good afternoon everyone, and welcome to my tips and tricks live on Friday. My name is Lucia Visentin and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today live on Facebook, and if you miss this, there will be a replay on YouTube as well. As you pop on, introduce yourself. I would love to know where you're from and to say hi. I hope you're all well and have had a lovely week. I have been busy getting kits out for our next class, so that has been done yesterday, and I've just got a few more to pop out, pop in the mail today, so that will be done. Not a lot happening Stampin' Up wise, unless you're a demonstrator. We can start pre-ordering from the new September to December mini next week, I think on Tuesday. So like I said, one of those little perks for being a demonstrator, which is wonderful. So we have got to see some Christmas things, which have been wonderful. What I wanted to show you today is just a couple of tips on our extra large stamps, so our background stamps. If you're like me, I don't have a large block. So my largest block is this one, and as you can see, there's quite a difference. My largest is an E, so you can get an F block, which is perfect for these stamps. But if you don't, I've got two solutions for you. I find that anything bigger than that is actually quite hard to grab onto. So let me turn you round and I'll show you the things that I have used. Good afternoon, Natalie. How are you? Okay. So, first up, as you can see, I do have an old product here, and it is called our Stamparatus. I might just move it out just a little bit further. So the Stamparatus has always been a great, oh thank you Vicky, and hi Vicky War as well. Stamparatus has always been a great tool. Now this is discontinued, but I do know a lot of you do have it. So I do want to show you a really good way of using your big stamps on this. So a lot of people, and where you would usually put your stamp is on the Perspex piece, but you can actually just pop your stamp on this side. So if you pop your stamp on that side, I'm going to pop my paper on top, and what I'm going to do is just place a couple of glue dots on the back. So the glue dots will be enough to stick it onto the other plastic side. Yeah, a lot of people without the Stamparatus, like I said, the Stamparatus is great. If you've got another positioning tool, you could use another positioning tool for this as well. Hopefully Stampin' Up will come up with something else in the future as well. So that's just going to, those glue dots are just picking up that paper. And then what I would do is ink up my stamp. Now this is a distinctive stamp, so it's not going to be the same all the way through. It has got a lot of variation in it. And I have got quite an inky ink pad as well, is my other thing. But let me show you. And once we go over, just apply a little bit of pressure to that. Just go in the center just a little bit more. And then you've got your perfect image on that side. But let me show you another way as well. So like I said, not everyone is going to have the Stamparatus, and the Stamparatus is not current. So without the Stamparatus, Sorry, just clean off the stamp so when I pick it up, I'm not going to get it all over me. Yeah, stamping the other way around is actually a really good way as well, naturally. So let me take this off. We'll get rid of our Stamparatus. If you've got a glass mat or even just on your tabletop. So like I said, you don't have to have that big block, and that big block is really, like I said, it depends how you are hands wise, but for some people it will be quite difficult to grab onto. Let's try another color. Oh, it's not quite as inky. Let's find something else. Let's go Highland Heather, see how we go. So again, I'm just going to pop that down. I am going to ink that up. Yeah, this one's not as inky, which is great. Okay, so make sure that's all completely covered. And then what I'm going to do is very, very gently place my paper down. I'm still going to use the same little, I mean, you could use your fist just to apply pressure onto the paper. The only thing with this, because it's the Stamparatus, it's not the Stamparatus, you obviously can't go back down again in the same place. But even doing it that way, and once we lift it off, like I said, without that inkier, the ink pad, this one here is so much better. But that gives you a perfect image both times. So like I said, even on your glass mat, or even I would say on your desk, it would still work as well. So like I said, don't stress too much if you don't have that, that huge F block. It's going to work just as well. I mean, if you've got a chopping board or something like that that's glass, just improvise and use what you have, and make it as easy as you can for yourself as well, so that you're not having to grab hold of everything. So that was my little tip for today. Like I said, short and sweet. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. We had an appointment, my hair obviously appointment, that ran over, and I had Cameron with me as well yesterday, so there was the two of us. So yeah, we did go over, so it was nearly sort of 4:30 by the time I got home yesterday. But like I said, all good now. Done my live today, and I will be back again on Monday for Mystery Monday. So I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and get a little bit of time to create a little bit on over the weekend as well. I know I'm going to be playing with the painted pears. So I'm playing with this suite and going to start designing some cards for my next class. So hopefully I have something, some little creations made up after the weekend. So thank you everyone for joining me, much appreciated. Hello Jeanette, how are you? I hope you're well, and I hope you have a good weekend as well. So I will see you all on Monday night. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.